The 2009 One-to-One Customer Champions may have different job responsibilities, but they share a common passion for the customer. Some of this year's champions spoke with the One-to-One magazine staff about the best thing a customer ever said to them, their current hot-button issue, and who inspires them. Tim, what's the best thing a customer ever said to you?
Well, we've had this happen on several occasions where we have solved a customer's problem that they've identified in social media and really helped them get what they needed, and they've responded along the lines of, I'm going to tell all my friends about what you did for me and my family. And when you hear those kind of things, it just really makes you feel satisfied in what you do for a living.
And I imagine now with all the new social media tools that could really have even more of an impact than it did before.
Right, because in some cases they're telling you that in a private email, but in some cases they're telling you that on their blog. So there is a lot of, it has further reach than it did 5 years ago.
What's the best thing that a customer ever said to you?
Well, we've had so much positive feedback from our patients, even to the extent where patients express their gratitude with small gifts and care awards to my team. But I think when you have to deploy service recovery and win back a customer's loyalty, those are the most rewarding. For example, we ask a lot of personal medical questions, and sometimes they're quite annoying to our patients. And once we explain the importance of those questions as they relate to patient safety, we really help that customer understand that we're their partner in their health care, and you win them back. And those are probably the most rewarding, is when a customer says, this didn't start out very good, but I completely understand and I really appreciate explaining why it's important that I answer these questions.
What's the best thing that a customer ever said to you?
One little experience comes to mind. I was working in my office on a Saturday afternoon. My phone rang, and some customer had been misdirected and somehow got my extension and had a problem they were trying to work out, and I spent nearly half an hour on the telephone on a Saturday trying to get a problem solved and getting a customer into one of our branches that was open that Saturday and getting it taken care of. And before the customer hung up, wanted to know who I was and what my title was, and in case they had further problems, they could get back in touch with me. And when they learned that I was the CEO of the company, this customer was blown away that I'd take half an hour trying to straighten out a problem with a checking account. Maybe that little event stands out when I hear the question, but I don't know. Over time, a lot of nice things said by customers. Right now, in a very difficult economic environment, I'm hearing from a lot of customers who are grateful that we're kind of hanging in there with them through some tough times.
What is your current hot button issue, the thing that keeps you up at night?
I think it is in our ability to transform complexity into simplicity on the behalf of our clients and our customers. Within financial services, not completely unlike other industry verticals where technology is a key enabler, there is increasing complexity as we get into straight-through processing, and the number of channels through which we deliver our products and engage with our clients continues to proliferate, to be through online, mobile, or social media channels. I think synchronizing and ensuring consistency in the tone, offer, look and feel of our product and our customer experience across all those channels is also important. So I guess ultimately I define success lying not only in our leading edge capabilities, but equally, if not more importantly, our ability to transform that complexity into solutions that are fast, easy, and simple in addressing the needs of our clients with consistency.
What's your current hot button issue? What's the thing right now that keeps you up at night?
Well, playing in an online environment, I can't say all of them are directly related to a CRM activity, but the real hot button that keeps us up today is striving to meet the customer's needs around the convenience. Canada is a very large country, as is the U.S., and we have a very large country to ship within. And meeting the customer's needs of getting that delivery to their door is one of the issues that keeps me up late at night, and we're striving to improve the customer service around that experience.
Well, currently, I think we have the same issue that's keeping everybody up at night, is how do we weather the economic condition, and how well are we really doing? Our revenue management team has come up with some great pricing and promotional strategies that have gone into the marketplace, and they're really successful at keeping our bookings on target, even though we're experiencing some yield erosion. And we're very excited by that, and we're staying up at night trying to come up with the next big thing that's going to keep bookings on track. And especially my team takes it personally. We're trying to find the people who are recession resistant, people who are going to take a cruise and would mortgage their house to do it. Those types of people are the people that we're going to, that we're looking for, that are going to get us through this tumultuous time.
Who inspires you and why?
Mm-hmm.
And the kind of who, well, it depends how you define who. Is it a person or whatever? I define who as more of a company, if you will, Disney, and that's really the company who inspires me many times. One thing that was really, really cool was that my family, we went down to Disney over Thanksgiving. Get back within a week, I get this postcard, and it's personalized. And I'm sitting here looking at it now, but it's like a download of thanks to you, and and it says the Roselle family. And it's just, thanking me for coming. And this little postcard had like 4 primary objectives. And it was, 1, to thank me. Number 2, it quickly did some quick research just to say, how satisfied am I? When do I plan to come back? Getting some real good information about, well, kind of what's my plan, what's my thought process, and making sure I was a satisfied customer. And then what they did was they gave me the opportunity to download a desktop background and some icons. And this whole stepped process was really cool. I mean, it was just really, it was very entertaining how they did it and interactive that it was. And so I've got these icons on my desktop that actually showed the last time I was at Disney, and it's personalized with our family name on it. It's really, really cool. And then what they say is, it's like, so in order for us to send it to you, we need your contact email address. So that was the last stage, is they got my contact email address. They know how to contact me. And it was just a phenomenal, I mean, I was like, wow, I was wowed by this. I was like, all that you did in this one postcard, everything that you achieved was absolutely phenomenal.
Who inspires you and why?
The guy I work for, a few of the guys I work for now, I've worked for in the past, and they, John Collins has always been an interesting, guy to me, who grew up in, on the sales side, at the NFL, and he was an entrepreneur for a while, and has now managed to find himself as the chief operating officer here at the league. He's been widely credited with the Winter Classic and other important moments of bringing the NHL to a new age of marketing and digital discipline. Through leadership, through insight, and through also understanding the value of a fan-centric organization. So that's good to see that diversity of thought, and him being a big part of the NHL success here over the past year or so.
To learn more about relationship strategy, visit www.one2onemedia.com.